What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pitching Ninja's filthiest pitches of the day. I'm here, as always, with Will Leahey. And before we get into these pitches, please make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're going to be doing this all year and you're not going to want to miss out. Now, the first thing I'm going to start out with is something I lost sleep over last night. I do not understand for the life of me how Fernando Tatis hit this rising slider from Tyler Rogers out. He hit his spot. This rising slider is a very unique pitch in that it rises more than his fastball, and I have seen nobody do this. To pull this pitch off the outside corner, that is absolutely insane. Kudos to Prince. I just don't even.
It's hard to speak at it, Ninja, but yeah, Tatis is going to have a monster year.
Other miscellaneous things before we get to our top five. I had this ridiculous slider from Aaron Savali. I thought he looked good yesterday with 6 strikeouts in 6 innings. This thing broke 21 inches. I thought Freddie Peralta had some brilliant sliders yesterday. Check these out. He had 8 Ks in 6 innings, giving up only 1 hit. Christian Javier also had some nasty sliders. He had 6 strikeouts in 6 innings. Look at these. Got a little help from the ump on a few of these. And there's some kind of a theme going on because I noticed a ton of pitches getting called strikes that were off the plate, or vice versa, being on the plate and being called a ball, but we'll get back to those later on. Carlos Rodon looked vicious and angry, as always. He only had 4 Ks in 4 1/3 innings, and his command was, not the best I've seen out of him. He walked 3. He struggled with pitch count, but his stuff looked really good. Importantly, his fastball was up to 98, and he had some sick sliders. Look at those. And best of all, check him out getting fired up after this last K. I love it.
As a Red Sox fan and somebody who bet the under on the Yankees this year, seeing the fired up Rodon is just not a good sight.
My filthiest reliever of the day was Andres Munoz. Check out this filth from Munoz. 99-mile-an-hour sinkers, wicked sliders, got a little help from the umpire, but he was still filthy. My runner-up was Pierce Johnson for these hammers. Look at those. My 5th filthiest pitch of the day was from Zach Wheeler. Wheeler had 5 Ks in 6 innings and looked really good. And I'm going to give it to this splitter that he threw Acuna. Absolutely dove to the earth. I did an overlay of it with his fastball, and you can see why that splitter is going to be so important for him this year. Tunnels with that fastball, then they go in different directions, and that splitter gets way out of the swing path. Filthy stuff from Wheeler. He would have had my prettiest pitch of the day, and I usually don't do this, but this pitch was a ball just barely off the plate and a sinker that ran 23 inches, almost hitting the corner. If it did, that could very well have been the pitch of the day. It didn't, but I'm still going to feature it because I know what he was trying to do, and it's nasty.
Ninja, quickly, what were your thoughts on Wheeler was absolute dealing. They took him out going into the 7th. He threw 89 pitches. Were you in favor of that move at the time?
Well, I wasn't in favor of it because I had Zach Wheeler for 6 Ks, but as a pitching proposition, yeah, it's early in the season. I wouldn't have stretched. I knew he was coming out. The game doesn't matter this early in the season. Did the right thing. My 4th filthiest pitch of the day was from Spencer Strider. I could have picked a number of his curveballs, but I thought introducing this new pitch and it being that nasty, man, Strider looked really good. Other than the bomb he gave up, it seems like every time he has it rolling, he gives up a bomb, and then I hear it from Phillies fans. But he is still absolutely elite. You ask any hitter in the league, and they will tell you he is a dominant man. But that curveball tunneled with his fastball, and here's an overlay of it. I mean, hitters, good luck, because he already has that wicked slider, and then can occasionally throw in a filthy changeup or two, too. So Spencer Strider with 4 pitches, and you have to guess, just makes it that much harder. He ended up with 8 strikeouts in 5 innings, giving up only 3 hits. At number 3, I have George Kirby's knuckle curve. Look at this. Just totally disgusting. Kirby had 8 Ks and 6 2/3 scoreless innings, giving up only 2 hits. Strangely, though, he did uncharacteristically walk 2 batters in the first inning. I mean, he is Mr. Command, but his stuff was filthy. George Kirby also had this overlay of his 4-seam fastball and his sinker, and you can see why those 2 pitches are a tough combination. They come out of the same tunnel, both at the same velocity, and as a hitter, you're seeing fastball, but that sinker just drops right as you're ready to swing while that fastball keeps its plane. My second filthiest pitch of the day is from Nick Pivetta. And again, I could have picked any of a number of these sliders, but look how filthy these things are. He ended up with 10 strikeouts, and it's no wonder. I can't imagine trying to hit this pitch. Absolutely disgusting. And he also got highway robbed by the umpire this game. Look at this pitch right in the zone. He goes walking off, and what happens? Ball. How did the umpire ball this? That's crazy. Even listen to the Mariners announcers calling this pitch.
A good pitch by Pivetta. Whoa.
The other thing I love from Pivetta is this show of emotion. Check out this K, and he gets absolutely fired up with a K scream. Give me all of that every day. I love it.
Love seeing Nicky Nightmares fired up, Ninja. We're coming for 90 wins this year.
My number one filthiest pitch of the day was this amazing stuff, and I don't even know where to start on Bobby Miller. Bobby Miller is a freaking monster. If you weren't following him last year to see how good he was, feast your eyes on this filth. Holy crap, he just announced his presence with authority in the first inning by obliterating the side. Look at this changeup. If Will Smith could barely catch it, how's a hitter supposed to hit it with a wood bat? Absolutely filthy. He also painted with 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, had this 94-mile-an-hour slider that starts out looking like a strike. It looks like a heater, and then dives to the earth. I overlaid it with his fastball, and you can see what I'm talking about. You're sitting there keying on the heater. All of a sudden, you're swinging, and you're swinging at air on that slider. Total filth. The other thing I love about Bobby Miller is check him out after his 11th K. He had walked the first two hitters this inning. The crowd's cheering his name, and he gets this K and gets fired up coming off the mound. And if you've noticed a theme today, it is pitchers getting fired up. Inject this into my veins. I want more of this. And this was totally legit. He said after the game, he heard the stadium cheering for him, kind of pulling him through this inning, and he got it. He also had this K to Contreras. Can I help you, Mr. Contreras? No, thanks. I'm just... And now, my pitching ninja moment of Zen. Thank you for your service, Seymour Wiener. Will, you were in the service. Give me your thoughts.
The biggest salute possible to Seymour Wiener. Seymour Wiener is absolutely out of hand.
My picks of the day today are a 3-leg parlay. I'm going to start out with Luis Severino for 5 Ks or more, then take Grayson Rodriguez for 6 Ks or more, and top it off with Logan Gilbert for 7 Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?